Hello everyone, this is Abhishek Mohanty and you are watching Padarth Vigyan. Students, welcome to lecture number 3 of the chapter Electrostatic Potential and Capacitance. So students, in the previous lecture we had derived the expression for the electric potential due to a dipole at its axial point and at its equatorial point. We had derived that the electric potential due to a dipole at its axial point is given by the expression V axial equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square, and the electric potential at the equatorial point is found to be V equatorial is equal to 0. Today in this lecture we will derive an expression for the electric potential due to a dipole at any arbitrary point. So students, look at the diagram here. We have an electric dipole consisting of two charges, minus q at the point B and plus q at the point A. The separation between the two charges is 2a. O is the center of the dipole. I have chosen a point M which is neither axial nor equatorial. This point M is an arbitrary point and we have to find the electric potential at this point M. So students, look at the diagram. I have joined a line connecting the center to the point M, and this vector OM vector is the position vector of M with respect to the center O, and that is given by R vector. So what is R vector? R vector is the position vector of M with respect to the center O. Similarly, R1 vector is the position vector of M with respect to the positive charge plus q, or with respect to the point A, and R2 vector is the position vector of M with respect to the point B. Is that clear? Now look at the side BO. BO is a vector which is directed from the point B towards the point O. So the vector which is directed from A to O will be minus a vector, because we know that BO and AO, they have the same length, means they have the same magnitude, but I have given the arrow mark in the opposite direction. So if BO is a vector, then AO will be minus a vector. And suppose this angle is theta, means the position vector of the point M with respect to the center, or with respect to the point O, makes an angle theta with the dipole moment. The dipole moment is from negative charge to the positive charge. So this angle is theta. Then this angle will be how much? It will be pi minus theta. Is that clear? This angle will be pi minus theta. So students, we know that at the point M we will get electric potential due to the positive charge as well as due to the negative charge. So the electric potential at the point M due to the positive charge is given by V plus Q, and that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R1. Similarly, the potential at the point M due to the negative charge is given by V minus Q is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q divided by R2. Is that clear? So I had told you that while writing the expression for electric potential, you have to mention the sign of the charge. So the total electric potential V total will be how much? The sum of the two potentials V plus Q plus V minus Q. So in place of V plus Q, I can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r1, and in place of v minus q I can write this value. So we'll get minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r2. Now taking q by 4 pi epsilon naught common, I can write 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Is that clear? So this is the value of the total electric potential at the point M. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Now we have to find the value of this quantity 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Actually we don't know what is the value of r1 and what is the value of r2. So we must find this expression, the value of 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So to find it, now look at the triangle BOM. Look at the triangle BOM. In triangle BOM, you can see that BO vector and OM vector, they are in the same order, because the head of BO vector is connected to the tail of OM vector. So BO vector and OM vector are in same order, and BM vector is in the opposite order. So using the knowledge of triangle's law of vector addition, I can say that BO vector plus OM vector is equal to BM vector. Is that clear? And what is BO vector? BO vector is A vector and OM vector is R vector, that is equal to R2 vector. Is that clear? So what is the magnitude of R2? So we know that from the formula that we have discussed in the triangles of vector addition, I can write that R2 is equal to how much? It will be A square plus R square plus 2AR into cos of the angle between these two vectors, which is theta. A square plus R square plus 2AR cos theta, and the power is half, or you have to give the square root symbol. Square root is same as power half. So that implies R2 is equal to how much? Now you can take R square common. So you will get A square by R square plus 1 plus 2A by R cos theta whole to the power half. Is that clear? That implies R2 is equal to, now R square power half will be R, so I can write R here, and this A square by R square, this value will be very small, because we are talking about a short dipole, and for a short dipole A square is much less than R square, and that's why this fraction A square by R square is neglected. This value is neglected, or you can ignore this value. So we have only 1 plus 2A by R cos theta power half. But we require the value of 1 by R2. So if R2 is this much, then 1 by R2 will be how much? 1 by R into 1 plus 2A by R cos theta, and the power will be minus half, because when you make the reciprocal, the power will become negative. And look at this bracket term. We have 1 plus 2A by R cos theta. Again, since the dipole is a short dipole, this 2A by R term will be very small as compared to 1. That's why if we use the binomial theorem, then this power minus half will be multiplied here. In this term 2A by R cos theta, we can multiply minus half, because 2A by R cos theta is very small as compared to 1, since we are talking about a short dipole. So 1 by R2 will be how much? 1 by R into 1 plus minus half into 2A by R cos theta. That implies 1 by R2 equal to 1 by r whole into, now this 2 and 2 will cancel, you will get 1 minus a by r cos theta. Is that clear? So we have found the value of 1 by r2. Now let us find the value of 1 by r1. So to find the value of 1 by r1, you must look at the triangle AOM. Look at the triangle AOM. In this triangle, AO vector and OM vector are in same order, and AM vector is in the opposite order. It means AO vector plus OM vector will be AM vector. So in the triangle AOM, let me write here. In triangle AOM, I can write that AO vector plus OM vector is equal to AM vector. And what is AO vector? AO vector is minus A vector plus OM vector is R vector and AM vector is R1 vector. Again, if you find the magnitude of R1, it will be R1 is equal to A square plus R square. It will be plus 2AR cos pi minus theta. And we know that and you have to give a power half here. And we know that cos pi minus theta is same as minus cos theta. So R1 will be how much? It will be A square plus R square minus 2AR cos theta and whole to the power half. That implies R1 equal to, you can take R square common, you will get A square by R square plus 1 minus 2A by R into cos theta, and the power is whole power is half. Again, you can ignore this term A square by R square because we are talking about a very short dipole where A square is much smaller than R square. That implies R1 is equal to R square power half will be R, and inside the bracket we have 1 minus 2A by R cos theta, and the power is half here. So we require the value of 1 by R1. So if you take the reciprocal on both sides, you will get 1 by R1 equal to 1 by R into 1 minus 2A by R cos theta whole to the power minus half. And again, if you use the binomial theorem, then this power minus half will be multiplied here. So you'll get 1 by R1 is equal to 1 by R into 1 minus half into 2A by R cos theta. So this 2 and 2 will cancel and minus become plus. So we'll get 1 by R1 is equal to 1 by R whole into 1 plus A by R cos theta. So students, we have found the value of 1 by R1 and we have found the value of 1 by R2. So this is the value of 1 by R2. Is that clear? Now we can put these values in this expression. So we look at this expression, V total. V total is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught whole into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So I can write here that V total is equal to how much? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So that is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. In place of 1 by R1, you can put this value 1 by R whole into 1 plus A by R cos theta, and then give a negative sign. And in place of 1 by R2, you can put this value. So it will be 1 by R whole into 1 minus A by R cos theta. So from the bracket you can take 1 by R common. So it will be Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R, and if you open the bracket here you will get 1 plus A by R cos theta then minus 1 plus a by r cos theta. Is that clear? So plus 1 minus 1 will cancel. So finally you will get q by 4 pi epsilon naught r into 2a by r cos theta. That is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This q into 2a will be the dipole moment p, and then you have this cos theta term divided by r square. R into r will be r square. So this is the expression for the total electric potential at the point M, which is neither axial nor equatorial. It means if we know the value of theta, means the angle between the position vector of the point M with respect to the center of the dipole and the dipole moment, then we can easily find the value of the total electric potential. So V total is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta by r square. So this is the general formula, and from this formula we can also find the value of electric potential at the axial point and at the equatorial point. So how to find the value of potential at the axial point? So let us discuss about the special cases. If point M is an axial point, if the point M is an axial point, then what will be the value of theta? Let us go back to the diagram here. If the point M will lie along the axis, then the angle made by the position vector with respect to with respect to O, and the dipole moment, means the angle between this blue line and this red line, will be 0 degree. If the point M lies here, then the angle will be 0 degree. So we can put cos 0 in the expression and we will get the value of electric potential at the axial point. Similarly, if the point M is an equatorial point, if it lies on the equatorial line somewhere here, then the angle will become 90 degree. The angle will become 90 degree. So remember that for axial point theta is 0 degree, and for equatorial point theta is 90 degree. So if M is an axial point, then theta is equal to 0 degree. So cos 0 will be 1. So V axial will be how much? It will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here P cos theta is 1. So we'll get P by r square. And similarly, if M is an axial point, sorry, equatorial point, if M is an equatorial point, then theta is equal to 90 degree, or cos 90 is equal to 0, and hence V equatorial will be 0. So students, you saw that from this general formula we can find the value of electric potential at axial point and at the equatorial point. So students, hopefully you have understood the process in which we have derived the expression for electric potential due to the dipole at any arbitrary point. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment section. So in the next class, we will discuss about the electric potential due to a uniformly charged spherical cell. So till then, have a nice day and bye bye.